This is In the Dirt with ASOTU.
All right, so I'm here with my new friend, Lindsay. Lindsay, could you just talk about what your role is and what group you're with?
Yes, so I am the Internet Sales Director at Oxmoor Auto Group, and I've been there.
How do you spell that?
Oxmoor, Oxmoor, which we do get a lot of Oxemor.
That's why I asked. I want to make sure people can get back to you.
Yeah, a lot of people do misspell that. But I've been there for going on 11 years now. Started in sales. Now I'm Internet Sales Director, so I've seen a lot of the changes. But yeah, it's been nice.
All right, so you're in Louisville, you said?
Yes.
Right, did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm a Northerner. I'm a Yankee,
I'm
pretend I'm like...
I'm actually from New York, so I had to be trained how to say it.
That's right. Okay.
They're very adamant about how you say it.
But yeah, I know. I've heard. So you said you've been in the industry for 10 years. Mm-hmm. What did you do before you were in the industry?
So before this, I have done sales before when I lived in Texas, but then I did waitressing, service.
So hospitality.
New York, yep.
What are this? I love that because we often talk about the similarity between hospitality industry and the experience that people should get or what they expect when they come in a store. Mm-hmm. What similarities do you see?
A lot, because I say that it was similar in building relationships. Like when I waitress, it was a lot of building relationships that people came back to want to see either at our restaurant or come see me because they liked the experience that I gave them. And I think with car sales, it's the same way. You have to make sure you're building that relationship with them to want to come back over and over again.
And so you're the internet department. Mm-hmm. So people are coming in through digital means typically, and then it's usually digital communications or phone calls before it's a face-to-face.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes not even a face-to-face. So what types of things do you deploy through those digital means to help people feel that connection like they would if you're a server at a table or your maitre d'? What types of tactics do you employ?
We do videos for our customers so that they know who they're speaking with. So how I train it is, I said, we do these videos so that customers understand we're not a robot, since a lot of service right now is through robots. Yes. Yep. So everybody gets a video. So we say to put a face with a name so they know that they're getting that human live interaction. And then I also stress phone calls because talking to someone on the phone gives a better tone than text or email. Yeah. But we also stress if a customer wants to talk through a certain means, that's what we focus on.
We'll go with that.
To make sure that they're going to get the best engagement with that customer and satisfy what the customer wants.
So video, it sounds like you're saying like personal communication as much as possible.
As much as possible.
And so tell us about your store, like how many do you sell typically on a month or through the internet department? How many leads you handling? What are the details? Because people always want the details of like what you actually do as a practitioner.
So I'm at our Chrysler dealership and we average around 600 leads per month, selling anywhere between about 70 to 90 cars out of our department alone.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's sales.
Yeah.
That's sales. And how does the handoff work when they're coming through the internet department? Do you handle the customer when they come in as well, or do you flip that to another person?
So we work everything prior to them coming in, and then once they come in, we have a sales associate go over the car. We call them our product specialists, since they have all the product knowledge, so they can go over that information in more detail.
Tell me about the people that you hire for your department. Where do they usually come from?
I actually, and I might have a bias because I was a waitress, but I
had a feeling you might go there because if someone's a server or a bartender, be like, number one, you know how to work hard.
Yes.
Right. Number two, you know how to talk to people. If you put those two things together, you actually are going to get to work during the day.
Yep.
And not nights and week, right?
Yep.
There's all these other benefits.
Usually like too. They're like, oh, I don't have to work overnight.
Right. Or go home smelling like you were working in a restaurant all day.
So it really does translate well. So I do look for that, or just a lot of phone experience or customer service experience.
That's always good. Do you have any recruiting secrets?
I can't say that I do, but other than looking out for
Sounds like she does, and she's not going to share them if you ask me.
I think the waitressing and servers and bartenders is a good secret.
Yeah, it's a good secret. No longer. It's out now. Secret's out.
Yeah.
So for the remainder of this year, we just got through Q1. Inventory is starting to loosen up, especially with a Chrysler dealer. You're starting to have some cars to sell. What do you see as the opportunity for your department over the next 6 months?
So one thing we have been stressing is it will be a little bit more difficult.
Right, because there are things called objections that existed before COVID, and they exist still apparently.
Now they're here, so just focusing on how to overcome the customers' fears to make sure that we are doing the best customer service for them. But I do think it's going to be a positive change coming, so I'm excited to see what happens over the next few years.
It's amazing. Well, thank you so much for spending a few minutes. I know you're in there getting all the best practices and getting a lot of props, by the way. Everybody's complimenting her stuff from the stage. So thanks for spending a few minutes.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks for watching this episode of In the Dirt with ASOTU. If you're new to our channel, make sure and mash that like and subscribe button. Also, check out some of these links for our other great podcasts and content.